Some bikes are so iconic and so immortal that just the exhaust note is all it takes for you to immediately imagine the bike that is going to show up in the next frame. Hi, I'm Dino, and on this episode of Dino's special feature, I resurrect not just a bike from its glorious ashes, but an outcast king among the 100cc bikes. The king who reigned supreme in terms of power and poise. The king who surprised everyone with its fast and furious demeanor. The king whose wrath was even feared by some of the higher segment bikes back then. This is the tale of the Yamaha RX 100, the crowned king of the 100cc bikes for eternity and beyond. For those who grew up in the 90s era, this was our dream bike. So irresistible was the urge to own this bike for all of us that we still see people searching all over the place to find a well maintained RX 100 in its most authentic avatar. I'm able to bring to you guys this video thanks to the owner of this bike, Anish, and my biker brothers Ashfaq and Satyarajan, who have coordinated and enabled me to lay my hands on one of my favorite bikes ever. I myself have several nostalgic moments to share about this bike. Most of you might not be aware that I am a former A Division League cricket player and a senior batsman in our team used to own an RX back then. He knew I was hoping and praying that he would let me ride the bike, and therefore he used to lay the condition that I needed to perform well in the match such that I can get to ride the bike at the end of the day. I remember the day I got to ride the bike, and though it was just a short ride, the feeling was unique and special, and it is something I can never get out of my mind. Now, cutting out on all the emotional flashback, let's start understanding the bike itself. The Yamaha RX 100 was launched in 1985 with the rock solid durability and reliability that comes as standard from Yamaha and its swift and agile nature. The bike became an instant hit with the audience. The bike was in production from 1986 through 1996. Sadly, the bike was cast out of its kingdom because of stricter emission norms coming into operation, where four-stroke bikes emerged to be more environment friendly when compared to two-stroke ones. Talking about its design, the round headlamp setup along with the round indicators became a trademark design element of the RX series. The fuel tank and the side panels are so simply yet beautifully laid out that it holds up its unique identity even to this day. At the back, the tail lamp cluster looks very decent and the design overall looks appealing and comes across as a timeless and ageless beauty that will live on as an immortal being for the ages to come. The bike came with 18-inch wheels and had a seat height of around 765 mm, such that shorter riders too felt comfortable with the bike. The bike weighed 95 kgs dry and fuel tank capacity was 10.5 liters, and the bike offered a mileage of around 40 kilometers per liter. Now, as per the official specs, the bike itself is powered by a two-stroke single-cylinder air-cooled 98cc engine. This puts out a maximum power of 11 bhp at 7,500 rpm and 10.39 newton meters of torque at 6,500 rpm, and it came mated to a 4-speed gearbox. Now, it also had a top speed claim of 100 to 120 kilometers per hour. But the amount of fun and thrill and excitement that this engine had on offer could only be comprehended if you rode the bike. Some online sources claim that a race-tuned RX 100 has done a quarter-mile dash in just 14 seconds, whereas the BMW S1000RR, which is a 4-cylinder 1000cc superbike, has done the quarter mile in around 10 seconds. I believe these figures give you an idea as to what a monster machine the RX 100 is. The bike used to reign victorious in most of the drag races organized back then. People were so amazed with its performance that they even opened up the engine to check whether it truly indeed was a 100cc engine. The engine was a complete marvel in and of itself because the bike could ride in 4th gear at speeds as low as 15 to 20 kilometers per hour without engine knocking too. As I rode the bike after so many years, I really got emotional, and honestly I feel there's something special when it comes to motorcycles that cannot be expressed in mere words, and only die-hard bikers can understand that. The bike in its purest form with the 1 down 3 up gear shift pattern, amazingly comfortable flatbed seat, forward set foot pegs, raised handlebar, a nice and crispy throttle, and the intoxicating signature exhaust note still makes my heart skip a beat. The bike comes equipped with YEIS or Yamaha Energy Induction System, which offers superb pickup at lower RPMs and also better fuel economy. After doing multiple rounds on the bike to my satisfaction, I had to bid farewell to one of the most memorable experiences in my life. I know these days we have great and wonderful bikes with all the latest technology to amaze you, state-of-the-art electronics to assist you, and superb power to baffle you, but biking for me still feels best in its purest form with all the electronics turned off, with the bike connected to your senses, and as you ride on with the morning sun shining and the gentle breeze blowing across the road, the man and the machine become one unstoppable force. A bond so special that can never be broken because it is built on a foundation that can never be shaken. Well, that's about it. I just hope you enjoyed watching this video. Until next time, this is Tino saying ciao. Take care, God bless, and ride safe.